Good morning and welcome to class. Today we're going to do a lovely 20-minute session. This is Pilates for runners, but will work for everybody. If you walk, this is going to benefit you because we're going to work on hip mobility, core strength, flexibility. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to start standing, and I want you to have your mat in front of you. All right, feet are going to be hip width apart and right underneath your sit bones. I want you to pull your abdominals in. And we're just going to do a slow motion move to strengthen the glutes and work the hips. So you're going to lift your right leg up, reach it forward, step, dip down, and then come back. All right, so we're going to lift, reach, step, dip, and back. Lift, reach, dip, and back. So think of really using that core, pulling in as you come back. Lift, reach, dip, and back. Two more. Lift, reach, dip, and back. And lift, reach, dip, and back. Let's do the other side. All right, so standing nice and tall, keep pulling those abdominals in. Lift, reach, dip, come back. Lift, reach. That's it. Use your arms as well if you want to. So we're working through hip, knee, ankle joints. That's it. Lift, dip, and back. Dip, and back. Two more. Dip, and back. Lift, reach, dip, and back. Well done. Now step forward so you've got the mat behind you, okay? We're going to work in the backward part of the body now, all the back muscles. So we're going to lift the right leg up and we're going to reach back, 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 back. And at the same time, reach those arms out. I want you to keep that back foot flexed and then come in. So lift the knee, hinge at the hip, and then reach everything out. And back. All right, lift, hinge, reach, and back. So we're not looking for height, we're looking for mobility, hips, working the glutes. All right, challenging that standing leg because you've got a balance, right? And back, we're going to do one more. Lift, hinge, reach, and back. Other leg. All right, so lift, hinge at the hip, reach everything out. Good. And back. Lift, hinge. So you've got to pull those abs in. Reach, and back. Lift, hinge, reach, and back. Lift, hinge, reach, and back. Last one. Lift, hinge, reach, and back. Now standing at the front of your mat, take your feet a little wider. All right. And now you're just going to clasp your hands. You're going to pull your abdominals in and we're just going to sit down, go as low as you can go. So this is just to really get that flexibility. So we're sitting down here as low as you can. Hands are clasped and I want you to have your elbows on the inside of your knees. Okay, so you can just gently press out on those knees and then try and sink a little lower so you can feel that lovely stretch in the lower back. Good. And then when you're ready, come down onto the floor. Feet hip width apart. Bring yourself down, lying down. Press the arms down. Let's take a breath in. Breathe out, tilt the pelvis peel the spine up. So spinal mobility, we're also stretching out the front of the body. This gets very, very tight when you run. So inhale, exhale slowly, come down through the spine and back. So I don't want you to go straight up. I want you to use your spinal muscles. All right, because when your back gets stiff, that's going to affect your performance, your running performance. We want everything mobile, flexible, and strong. Take a breath in. Breathe out, tilt. Peeling up. So once you're up, we're feeling that work in the glutes. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back down. We'll just do 2 more. The last one, we're going to stay up in the air. Inhale. Exhale. And down. Now tilt, peel up, lift all the way up. Well done. Now clasp your hands together underneath you. Press them into the floor. Push your tummy up. And think of tilting that pelvis. You're really making those glutes work very hard, but you're also really stretching out the quads, the hip flexors. Okay, now we're going to lift the right leg up and we're going to lower it down towards the floor, stretching out. So think of reaching out of the hip, lift it up, flex, point, reach it down and out of the hip, lift it up, flex, point, reach it out. Good. Lift it up, flex, point, reach it down, lift it up, flex, point, bring that leg down. So take a moment, push up through those glutes, ribs down, tilt the pelvis up. All right, use your arms to support you, left leg in the air. Reach the leg out of the hip, so stretching that hip flexor. Lift it up, flex, point, reach it out. Lift it up, flex, point, reach it out. Lift it up, flex, point. Last one, reach it out. Lift it up, flex, point, and bring it down. Separate those hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, coming down through the spine, all the way down. Lift your legs straight up in the air. Let's have a tabletop position. Let's take the arms, and what we're going to do is pull the elbows down so they're in line with your shoulders, and then rotate back. Leave them there. You're going to breathe in, taking your knees over to the right. So going into some core work. Exhale, come back, other way. Inhale over. Exhale as you come up. Inhale over and exhale up. Inhale over and exhale up. Inhale over and exhale up. One more. Inhale over and exhale up. Well done. From here, we're going to bring those arms around and we're going to lift up. So hands underneath, lift yourself up. All right, as high as you can with that chest. Going to work shoulders, core, legs, everything. Okay, so we are going to reach the arms back past your head if you can, but keep your head up. Reach your legs out, stretch. Now exhale, pull everything in and do a little peel up that tailbone. So it's a little bit of extra core work, all right? So inhale, everything moves away from your center. Exhale, everything comes back. Little lift. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back. Two. One. Well done. Rock yourself up to sitting. Come onto your side and onto your elbow. Think of lifting up under here. All right, hand on the hip. Check that your feet are in line with that hip. Okay, and try not to drop down. So imagine you put your hand around your waist and you're just lifting everything up. So you've got a lovely space under here. That's going to work your core. Now we're going to work into the glutes. So you're going to exhale to open. Try and keep your pelvis still. Inhale to lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. Open and down. Open and down. Open and down. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now I want you to come up and come into a mermaid position. Okay, so this is really going to stretch out those hips. And we're going to do a little mobility exercise for your hips, okay? So what you're going to do is rotate your chest, hands down, and I want you to get the center of your chest down towards this knee, okay? So wherever you can get to, you can move your hands. Can you see? So that's where your body is, and we're going to fix the body there, and we're going to work on this hip. So what you're going to do now is keep your knee on the floor, but try and lift the foot up. So doing internal rotation of the hip and bring it down. Lift it up and bring it down. So keep your body still. So we're isolating the movement into all the muscles inside your hip joint. Very, very important for runners to have mobility here. Anyone that plays any kind of sport, I mean, anyone at all, to be honest, needs mobility in the hip. For 3, 2, 1. Now leave the foot down and try and raise your knee. Lift and lower. And again, try not to let your body move. All right, that's why we've got the body down. So we're really isolating it into what your hip is able to do. It might not go far, but you will really feel this in your glutes. I was practicing this yesterday and I can tell you my glutes are quite sore today. 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Let's just bring this leg around, all the way around and over. Okay, let's sit that glute down. Good. Lift up, hand around. Other hand behind you, lift, and now let's rotate. Let's keep that glute on the floor. We're stretching it all out now. And as you feel your body relax, see if you can get a little bit more of that rotation. And deep, deep stretch feels wonderful. Good. All right, let's do the other side. So come onto the other elbow, aligning the feet with the hips, remembering little lift up here, and then we're going to open and down, open and down. So you're going to exhale as you open. That's to work the core, to keep this pelvis really still, okay? Because if you keep that still, you're really isolating the movement into the muscles we're trying to strengthen. Yeah, for the running, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. For 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now you're going to come on up and come into your mermaid position. Okay, and then from there, think of rotating your chest. All right, leave your hips where they are, and then come down, center of the chest, chest bone, onto your knee. Put your hands wherever you feel comfortable. So they can be like this. You can have your head down, whatever you want to do. But I want you to really keep that body still. Internal rotation. So we're lifting the foot up and placing it down. The knee stays still. Lift and down. lift and down, lift and down. That's it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now the other way. Lift the knee up and try and keep your body still. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring yourself up. Bring that leg all the way around. Okay, sit this glute down and then just wrap this hand around. Lift the spine up and reach around for a nice rotation. That's it. Good. Well done. Coming into your kneeling position, little core work to finish. So I'm going to give you 2 options. Okay, option 1 is you stay like this and you just reach the back leg out with a flex foot and bring it in. If you want to work harder, really challenging your core, your shoulder strength, you're going to lift your knees just off the mat and then you're going to reach out and in. Here we go. Out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. One more and in. So don't go too high. Other leg. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come in, lift the hips up, reach back, widen those feet a little, and just lower the heels. And as you do, think of trying to bring your chest towards your thighs. So we're stretching out the shoulders. All right, heels down towards the floor. Deep stretch there. All right, and then if you can, you're going to bring your right hand to the center. Left hand is going to go across the front of your right ankle. You're going to try and look under that right arm. Nice little stretch. Good. And then swap sides. So right arm across the left ankle, looking under that left arm. That's it, trying to get that little bit of rotation. Good. And back. Now bend your knees, walk your hands back. Take a breath in. Breathe out, draw the tummy muscles in, uncurl that spine all the way up to standing. And then to finish, take a deep breath in, lift the arms up. Breathe out and bring them out. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And there you go. Thank you very much for your hard work today. So that was our 20-minute Pilates for runners. It's also really suitable for anyone who does lots of walking, cycling, hiking, lots of hip mobility work, core strength, and spinal mobility. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, please press the like button, leave a comment below. That really helps the algorithms. Maybe share this with a friend who's a fellow runner or a family member. And of course, do subscribe for more content. All right, I'm going to be on the chat for the next few minutes. If anyone has any questions about today's session or any other session that I run here on YouTube. And if you need to go, well, have a lovely day. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Whew, I hope that was okay. That was quite a nice, strong 20 minutes, wasn't it? So let me know what you thought. You can see it's very dark here. We've got pouring rain outside today in the UK. So yes, please pop any questions on the chat before we finish, I just want to remind you that I'm running Pilates playlists on YouTube. They are weekly playlists for July. They're all 20 minutes or less because that was what you voted for. So we're currently in week 2, but we will be going into week 3 next week. So there will be a post out tomorrow on the community portion of my channel that will have next week's playlist. So do look out for that. And then just to also remind you that on Monday, we're doing Pilates for flexibility. So that's going to be a Pilates and stretch workout. Again, it'll be a 20-minute session, really nice stretches. It's going to be a lovely way to start the week. So that's out on Monday. And then next Friday, we're doing a Pilates back workout. So that will be for building core strength and strengthening all your back muscles. So do have a look for that. Excuse me. And I'm just going to quickly go over to the chat. And I want to say hello to Josie Briggs. Hello, Josie in Yorkshire. Lovely to see you here today. Hello to Alan Ackers. Hello, Alan. Nice to have you here. Sally Greterex, good morning to you. You've been doing the neck and shoulder video. Very good. Oh, I hope that's helping you, Sally. Thank you very much, and well done for getting your session in early today. And thanks so much for your donation, Sally. Much appreciated. Oriental Rose, hello. I know you're in Brighton, so hello to you. Says, hi, you certainly need hip mobility for belly dance, which I do. Oh, fabulous. Good for you. Yes, we did quite a lot of hip mobility work today and hip strengthening. So we started with kind of working through the length of the hip flexors by reaching the leg forward and reaching the leg back. That was to not only work them under load, but also kind of stretch them out a little bit. Because when you're running, you are kind of powering forward, right? And so you're striding along, but you're doing it under power and speed. And what we did today was we kind of slowed everything down so you can work through the full range of your movement, which is really nice when you're just trying to use it as a way to support your running and also as active recovery. So the session today, you could do that 3 times a week in between your runs. It will really serve you well, okay? Okay, so little evil Susie, hello to you. Nice to see you here. And you say, Rachel, awesome. Once again, that 20 minutes went fast. I know, doesn't it go really, really fast, the 20-minute sessions? I'm always looking at my clock thinking, oh my gosh, I need to finish soon. I could easily do an hour, but there you go. Carol Neath, hello to you, Carol. Thank you so much for your donation this morning. Josie Briggs says, although I cannot run, I do lots of walking, and that was a good session for the joints. Yes, thank you, Josie. Was indeed. The muscles at the back of my legs behind the femur keep cramping. Do I need to work on them more? Yes, so Josie, there's quite a lot of reasons behind cramp. People get cramp for different reasons. What a physio that I used to work with a lot in London said to me was, when clients get a lot of cramping doing the bridge, so that's when we're lying on our back lifting up, so if that's where you were feeling the cramp in your hamstrings, it's often a sign that your glutes are not working as well as they might. So the work we were doing with the glutes today, that's the clamshells, the reaching back, you know, when we were standing and we were reaching the leg out behind us, the clamshells, they're all glute exercises. And what I would say is the bridge is also brilliant for that, but you might want to tip your pelvis up a little bit more, Josie, so you feel it a little more on the glutes. And what I always say is when you get the cramp, just gently come down, stretch the leg out, and then go back into the exercise. I know it can be really frustrating at times. It just means that those muscles, they do need a little bit more work. So the best way to do that is give them a stretch, go back and try again. If you cramp again, give them a stretch, go back. And it will eventually ease off. Okay, so Leslie Matting, good morning to you, Leslie. Leslie says, first time live for a while. I too walk a lot when I don't have plantar fasciitis. Oh, Leslie, I know that's a frustrating condition to have. Leslie, have you seen my Pilates for the feet video? It's a brilliant one for plantar fasciitis. I don't have it, but I do get cramp in my feet because I've had a couple of foot operations. And I use a ball in the video, but for myself, I actually use a golf ball to roll out the bottom of my feet. Feels amazing, feels really good. So Leslie, if you haven't already, go and have a look at my Pilates for the feet. You can use a trigger point ball, you can use a tennis ball. It also uses like a small towel to just really stretch out the bottom of your feet and help with that inflammation that you get. Bessie Gal, hi Bessie. Bessie says, thanks Rachel, that was different. Missed the first bit because of internet problems. Needed something to warm me up as it's black as the ace of spades outside, pouring down, gale force winds and cold. Oh my goodness, Bessie. I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, that was a good warm up today. I would go back and maybe do it again if you're feeling energetic while you've got the winds. You don't want to be going out in those winds and rain, do you? So well done, Betty. Good morning to Madeline Woodhead. Hi, Madeline. Really lovely to have you here today. You're not doing the session now. You've had foot bunion surgery on Wednesday. I know what that's like because I've had that myself. So you're laid up. However, I will be following your post-op foot sessions as soon as able. Brilliant. Yes, Madeline, I've got a few sessions that I did, didn't I, when I had my own foot surgery, because I had both my feet done at the same time. And I think I came back about 3 or 4 weeks after my surgery. And I just did foot-free Pilates. So if you put in foot-free Pilates, I think those videos are also in my Pilates for injuries and medical conditions. I will double check that after this session. Yeah, come back when you can. I mean, I found, Madeline, with my feet, I could do everything but the kind of the standing work. So I just did lots more mat work. You can also do the videos that are in a chair with the knees and stuff like that. So good luck. Hope you have a fantastic recovery. Let me know how you get on, Madeline, when we're next live. Jaya Rani says, hello to you, says, any preparation needed to maintain a T position with knees extension? I'm just trying to work out what that means. T position of the arms, is that the lying down, Jaya? Is that the lying down with the arms out? If it's that one, T position with the knees extension, or you mean the standing one? Maybe you mean the standing one, do you? This one? Do you mean this one maybe? I'm not sure. You can do that one holding onto a wall. This is actually, I can touch the wall here. So this one you can do handing on a wall, going forward and then reaching back like so. You can do that touching a wall or also holding onto a chair. So if that's the exercise you mean, I hope that helps. And in terms of preparation, no, not really. You can just reduce the range if it's something you want to work up to. As with most movement patterns, reducing the range of motion will help you get the movement in your brain and the brain connecting to the muscles. And then as you build the strength, because that one is working that back leg, but it's actually working the glute on the standing leg, which is partly why I put that in. It's working on your balance quite a lot as well. So you can use a chair to help you. I hope that's the one you mean, Jaya. If it's not, pop me a message down below. Leslie Mattin, thank you very much for your donation on Ko-fi today. Much appreciated. Joanna Scott, hi Joanna, nice to see you today. Says, good session. I can't balance very well. Are there alternatives? No. And I say that with a smile, Joanna, because I want you to work on your balance. If you can't balance very well, then you really need to work on that, because balance is so important. But what you can do, Joanna, is use a wall or use a chair. So for that standing work, please try and do it, but have a prop beside you. Some people, I haven't got one on me in this studio. You can also do it with like a broom handle or something like that. Does that make sense? So if you, for example, you're doing a movement where we're going back and you've got to balance, that's actually working this glute up here of this standing leg. If you have a broom or a prop in front of you, you press down into the floor, that can also help you with that balance. Or alternatively, you can have your hand on a chair here in front of you, both hands on the chair, and reach back. All right, but you need to work on your balance, everyone. Really important. Okay, so just use whatever props you feel work for you, Joanna, to work on those balance issues, because that will help you so much. I can't tell you. People think the standing work I do looks really easy, but I know so many of you know that actually really, really challenging, and they really work on your core. Yeah, they really work all your gluteal muscles, because remember, you don't have one glute, there are 3 gluteal muscles. Then you've got all the muscles around the hips, and inside the hips, you've got your lower back muscles. All these muscles and the core, they all help you with your balance and standing up, which is why I like to do a lot of the standing Pilates. I hope that helps, Joanna. So use a prop to help you balance, but do the movement pattern, because eventually you will find your balance will improve. And thanks for asking the question. Well done. Carol Neath. Hello, Carol. Carol says, yet another great session. Went by so quickly. A good session to get the joints moving. I really love these 20-minute sessions. Great for fitting into a day at work. Thank you so much, Carol. Yes, we really did a lot on hip mobility today. And I can tell you, having done it, I was practicing or working out yesterday what I was going to do this morning, because I think people think you just kind of do it off the hoof, but I don't. Everything I do, I've prepared it the day before, a couple of days before. I've worked it all out to make sure it all works for you. And today was very much focused on really mobilizing the hips and also the vertebra of the lower back. So hopefully you felt that. We also worked our upper spine, very important when you're running. Yeah, you've got to be able to kind of move nice and easily through the upper body, because you want all that energy to go through there into those legs, don't you? So you can just speed up. Super. Madeline Woodhead. Hello, Madeline. Thank you very much for your donation. Much appreciated. Martine de Kerpel. Hello, Martine. I know you loved my ballet, my dance workout. Thank you, Martine, for your little message. Martine says, I was outside, so I paused the video for the mat part. I walk also a lot. I love the exercise for my hip, raising my knee. Did not see if the foot stays on the floor. Yes, the foot stays on the floor when the knee lifts. So we do internal rotation is the foot lifting, external rotation is the knee lifting. So I hope that helps, Martine. Leslie Martin says, yes, thanks, Rachel. It feels so much better each time I've done your foot exercises, especially using the spiky ball. Oh, yes, bit masochistic. It is indeed. It is indeed, Leslie. If you ever feel brave enough using one of these golf ball, that's another level as well. But I wouldn't recommend it to many people. It's just I like to really get in there and get to those knotty bits of my feet. Well done. Helen Lees, good morning, Helen. Helen says, thanks, Rachel. Good for balance. Parts a bit challenging for me, as I have a tight right knee, mermaid position, really tight. Maybe I should avoid knee stretches. Loving the weekly short playlist. Thank you, Helen. Really glad to hear that. So on the knee, Helen, this is a question for you, really. Do you feel any pain when you do those movements? If you don't feel any pain, then I think you should try and keep those knees nice and mobile. With the mermaid, you don't have to have the knee as bent. So for example, if this was your leg in front and this is your knee joint, you don't have to have the knee like this. You can take the foot further and further out. The further out you go with the foot, the less of a stretch in the knee that it is. So that would be your alternative. But if you do not have a diagnosed knee problem or any pain, then I would suggest you work on those knees, because we do want to have knee mobility and knee flexibility. And there used to be a lot of people used to say, when you bend your knees, you mustn't let your knees go over your toes. That's all been thrown out the window now by science. Actually, you need to do that. That is good for your knees. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be able to move. All right. So if you can and there's no pain, then do it. Obviously, if there's pain, then you need to modify. I hope that helped, Helen, and I'm really glad you're enjoying the playlist. Linda Verney Thompson, good morning to you, Linda. Linda says, brilliant session, thank you. I need to modify some of it at the moment as I have a wrist injury and it can't take any weight. I walk a lot, so this will be useful. Brilliant, thank you, Linda. Yeah, if you need to modify it for the wrist, then please do. I love the fact that you are doing that already. Well done. And yes, anyone who has kind of stiff hips, today was a really, really good one for that. Evelyn Goodson. Hello to you, Evelyn. Lovely to have you here. Evelyn says, had 2 hip replacement surgeries, so I couldn't do your exercise for a while, but now I have started again and I'm starting to feel my body slowly going back to normal. Thank you. Thank you very much, Evelyn. If you did the session today, Evelyn, or if you're going to do the session today, do be mindful if you've had hip replacement surgery of the movements you are not supposed to be doing. Yes, because we did do an internal rotation today, which would not be recommended for someone post hip replacement. External, fantastic. Internal is a no. If anyone's not sure what that is, if you've had hip replacement, so internal rotation, sorry, let me use the right leg. Internal rotation is taking the knee across the body that way, or as we did on the floor, it was when we were lifting and doing this movement. You won't do that if you've had a hip replacement, but you can do the external rotation. You can also do the lifting to the back. And the other thing to remember is not to cross the legs over. But I'm so delighted, Evelyn. I'm really, really pleased that you are getting back to movement. Well done, you. Just take your time, take it nice and easy. When you feel ready, I did post last week a short standing workout post hip replacement. So that'd be a good one for you to look at when you feel ready. Well done. Keep up the good work, Evelyn. Jaya Rani says, yes, side plank in the lying position. I couldn't lift my hip and take my body weight in my arms. Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't actually do that one today, did we, Jaya? I couldn't lift my hip and take my body weight in my arms. Okay, so, right. So the modification for that, you might mean this one, Jaya, I'm thinking. Yes, we did this one today. So you want to work at doing it without the body weight, Jaya. Okay, so trying to get a good position of the forearm, you want your elbow directly underneath your shoulder, forearm down, and you can do your clamshells there, which is brilliant. You can do little bits of leg work there. And then if you want to build up to lifting, you've got to use your core for this exercise. People think it's a shoulder exercise. It really isn't. You want to be visualizing that someone has their hand here and they are helping you lift yourself up. But you can start with very small movements and just building up shoulder strength. I'm thinking, Jaya, it might be shoulder. It might be your shoulder and upper back strength more than anything else there. But yeah, let me know when we do it again, because we'll be doing that exercise again soon. Madeline Woodhead says, thank you. I had the session already lined up as I did them live at the time. Brilliant. Well done, Madeline. Joanna Scott, hi Joanna, says, thank you, Rachel, very helpful. You're very welcome, Joanna. Lovely to have you here. And Helen Lee says, thank you for the knee advice. I do have a little pain, so I shall try to modify the movements. Yes, do modify, Helen, because we don't want pain in the knees. That maybe I don't know your age, and I'm not going to ask, but it maybe you've got a little bit of arthritis, or you could have just a little issue in there, just a bit of wear and tear. So if you ever feel pain, anyone that's watching this, doing an exercise, that is your body telling you you need to modify it. All right, so don't try and be a hero and work through the pain. We do not do that in Pilates. Pilates is all about rehabilitation, good function of the muscles, the joints, the ligaments, the bones. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So we work with our bodies, whatever situation they might be in. And you can hear from the chat today, we've had people who've had 2 hip replacements, got foot problems, got hip problems, got knee problems. We all have things going on in our body, and we just got to learn about how best to work with that. All right. And that's what I'm here for. Jaya Rani, yes, you're very welcome. I hope that helped you. So just work on that placement of your shoulder. You might find, Jaya, when you're doing that side plank, just check that this shoulder's not coming forward, because that also will make it harder. You want the shoulder back, you want the elbow pressing down. And as you can see here, where you can see my muscles, it kind of activates your stability, because when we do a side plank, we need our shoulder to be stable. We need our abdominals to lift us up. So it's that combination, yeah, that works together to create that movement. So working on the shoulder placement and stability would be a good place to start for you. And there we go, everyone. We've come to the end of the chat. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget, a final reminder, I have a competition running on YouTube for 2 prizes. That's a free signed copy of my book, The Little Book of Pilates, plus a goodie bag that's coming from my publishers. So if you haven't entered that competition yet, do check out the community page. You'll see there's a picture of me holding my book. That is the post you want to look for. You've got till the end of the day on Sunday to enter that competition, and then we'll be picking the winners on Monday. All right, and don't forget, new playlists will be out on Saturday for you, and I'll be back on Monday. So I look forward to seeing you then. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care and see you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.